group, and I saw a bunch of people like asking questions about how to use materia and how to level them up and like what's the difference. Like this is for like the people that's never played Final Fantasy VII before, so like me explain it to you really quickly how it does, and plus the new stuff that they added to this game, which is really neat. So this is materia, right? We go to all the materia that we have. If you never played Final Fantasy VII, which if you haven't, you've never been introduced to what material is. And honestly, people like my age that grind the hell out of the first one, we had a fucking bunch of materia, because that's how you win the game. And not even mention that we're only getting like only a quarter of the materia in this game. We're not getting all the material that we could get. And this is healing materia. This is cleansing, reverse, fire, ice. These are your spells, right? And it's green. And every materia, like back in my day, like you had to use it to level it up, but it's easy now. You just level up with it actually fighting. You actually use it. But back in my day, we had to use it. This is support material. Support material has a mighty thing. When support is like something that boosts the spell, or like this new thing. This is a new one. Which one is it? This is a new one for me. Elijah's crazy. Wondering. Grants resistance. Allows the ally to follow the leader. This is a new one. A new material. Like they're adding a bunch of new stuff because it's PlayStation 4 and it's turn-based. Like it was turn-based back in my day, but like now it's like live-action battle sequence, which I like it. It took me like 2 days to get used to it, and I haven't actually got to bear it and played with all my characters yet. So like I've yet to play with like 4-person characters. But this is where like this is the new one. It basically you pair it up with a spell attack. And you see this right here, you see that the first ones that are connected, that's how you connect your support and a spell. So what you do with this one is you put it in the first slot, and then you put like fire spell, right? If your other characters or players are equipped with fire spells, they will do the same damage to you. They'll follow the leader, but they have to have a gauge. What gauge to actually cast it? I'll get into this yet, because that's support. Support's a big row. I haven't got to all support, but I love all. All is like all cure, all fire. Like you cast fire on all your enemies, and all cure. Like all is like my favorite one. This is like different attacks, right? Chica allows you to restore your own HP and cure poison. Assist. This is a big one in this game, because they added this character that actually makes you material. Back in the original, we had to find it all. Like, find all of it. I guess they did that so, like, we could get access to, like, the material that's not in Midgar, and you have to go out. So, like, I'm new to this game, too. It's about, like, a week now since it's been out. But he asks you to actually look up the enemies, right? And it's new. It's all new. It's brand new. It'll tell you, like, if you could steal an item. Like, so far, like, you had to steal, like, certain material from, like, big bosses, and, like, you get summons like that, right? And, I just got finished fighting Odin, which, if you go to the train wreck, I got Odin as a materia, but they gave you, Ares' weapon instead of Odin, so, like, that was brand new to me. But he asks you to annihilate every enemy, and more enemies that you do, like you get to know them and stuff like that, because some of the characters, some of the plots have changed since the original, because they want to refresh it and stuff like that. Assist is important. This is new too, because this is turn based and it levels you up quicker. It levels up your gauge quicker, so you can cast more stuff. Player is a material for Ares. Ares is basically like back in Final Fantasy VII, she had that spell. Like she was the only one that had that spell. Like it wasn't actually a material thing, if I stand corrected. Still, it's really important, but so far I can only steal from like other like human players that are enemies. I've tried to steal from ghosts. I've tried to steal a bunch of stuff. I haven't stolen nothing. So like I have to explore it, but like I said before, if you if you analyze them, they'll tell you if you can steal something from them. Always do that to your bosses, which if you gotta do it anyways to actually get more material and stuff like that. HP is a big one. Like I remember like having two of them equipped it and stuff like that because I was cocky back in Final Fantasy VII and I grind my ass off. And I always had me an HP and MP because like it saves you on items. It saves you on using items if you have bigger, higher quantities. Plus, like there's certain parts what the original Final Fantasy VII where you would go like venture on, like there was this sunken ship and stuff like that. It was hard monsters, and it was important to actually have this leveled up. And once you get it leveled up, like it's important because you could fight bigger monsters. So they're really important. I don't like the cost of them. Like once you buy one, the price goes up, so that's shitty. MP is important too because like it saves you on stuff, and depending on what character you are, if you ever play, like I'm talking to like the new people that's never played a Final Fantasy game before, and like their parents got Final Fantasy VII, they're like, oh, let me play this, you know, because it's got cool graphics that your dad or mom or whoever played, like is your parent or older, it's like this game is awesome because like Final Fantasy VII is special to like my generation and older, because like it was really good, the storyline was good and stuff like that, like it was important. Plus it took you about 3 months to beat it, and there was so much detail, like you had to do a bunch of stuff, and it was really hard, it was challenging, so like it was a really good game. But like you younger people like on the Facebook group and through my friends that actually play this game that I know, you're young, you've never played the first one, so you didn't know about materia. Magic Up, I only got one of those. Basically I'm using Ares as like a mage, which of course she does because like her weapons are actually equipped to do mage damage. She's equipped to do magic damage, right? And it's another thing. Okay, Barret is someone that you have to like level him up HP and like do his weapons, get his you gotta unlock like the material, add all, like that's what I do. When I get to a weapon, I unlock all the materia first because I like to have that unlocked first, and it's so hard to get HP to actually unlock stuff. So I go with the materia, then I look at like the tank. Cloud is a tank and someone that like breaks down shells. And he's a broadswords person, which is someone's got a shield up. You push the square button, and it's where he does his breakdown spells. Like he has the sword attacks, but then you gotta push like the triangle, and he does like the break it down. He breaks them down where you like when you break them down, they fall to the ground and just stay there, and that's when you attack them with all you can. So I'm gonna get to it. I'm just trying to explain it because a lot of you people are asking about what materia is, and like it takes a parent or someone actually to teach you this because like it's a difficult thing. And I actually love Final Fantasy VII because of material. Like I collected all kinds of shit, and back in the original one, they had a bunch of good summons that you had to actually go and beat this big boss. Like close to the end, he's in the desert and he's really hard to beat because like you have to have your material leveled up and you have to have all life. Like we come back to life at 1, and then you gotta have like a mage. Like you had to plan it. Like, but it was really hard. But he gave you the best the summoning spell. And I don't forget 7 nights or something. Correct me if I'm wrong, teach me. It's been a while since I played the game. Auto cure is something that's maxed out already. It's like if you're going against someone that's doing like death damage or poison damage, like it's important to have everyone equipped with it because they'll just automatically cure them if you got items in your bag. That's another story. Item master is something if you start leveling up, more items you use, or something like that. So like Cloud, if he has that on, and you got Ares healing people, like okay, if Ares doesn't have her bars and Cloud has like 1 bar, like she can't heal him, so he's got to pop a potion, right? It sucks though because we haven't got the good potions yet, and I've been like level grinding because it's all about level grinding and leveling up your stuff. Because back in my day, like you had a level grind. I was always level 30 when I left Midgard, and I was level like 70 because like I would run around for like a couple hours just leveling up. Because like there's a big worm that you fight after you leave the Chocobo farm, And usually like people just run from him, but if you kill him, and like you get materia, like a good important materia. But I wanted to kill him right off. I want to do it right, and I'm getting big geek about this. And a lot of people were asking questions, so I think I'll provoke. Okay, I put this on Cloud when it was just him and Ares doing their little bodyguard stuff. People didn't attack him; they attacked Ares, and I was like, okay, this doesn't work for me. I don't know how to use it. Automatically protect, temporarily draw enemies' attention with teammates are injured. That didn't work for me, so I didn't like it. Okay, let me tell you about purple. Port is something that boosts your stats. I forgot to tell you that. So provoke. So this one's really good, but like I haven't had time because I've been working on other stuff. I'm just now getting my like the good weapons where I actually have like a bunch of spots to put stuff. And it's so expensive to actually buy these materials after you buy one. It goes up like, it's like 100, 500, and after you buy it, it goes like to 5,000. Like, it sucks. Well, this is like takes slightly less damage, small ABT, but boost when guarding. I never guard, but I need to start to, because I'm more of an attacker. And I'm still new. Like, I've played Final Fantasy 15 and stuff like that. Like, I guarded a little bit, but like honestly, like that game was like kind of broken. So get your purple, which is something that boosts your stats, give you like extra HP, magic guard, and stuff like that. But you have to look at these characters. Tiff is all about speed and fighting, right? Tiff is good with speed. Cloud's a tank, and he can do regular sword damage, but he can also, if you push triangle, he does the billet buster, where he breaks down shells like turtles or like someone that has shields. And Barret is long distance, right? And Ares is basically good with magic. So like, this is what I would do. I would give everybody HP boost, because you need to level those up right now. Like, I'm pretty sure like we're not going to be able to level them up. Like, I don't know how long this game is. Like, I read an article, it's 40 hours plus. So I don't know if we're actually going to be able to max it out HP boost at 50, because I don't know, like, we have enough time. We have to wait for the next installment. So Ares would definitely have like this one and this one, right? Magic up, which magic boost, MP boost. That's your tank. Ares is like your red mage. But I actually have one powerful spell with her, and then she's got like all my healing stuff. Like, she's a healer, and then if she doesn't need to heal anybody, like, I'll take one of her bars and do magic damage. And this is important, because if you got MP, you want to level that up for your mage. Like, they're important. Like, I would have equipped everybody, because you can sell those off when you get a high level and get a large amount of money. Because it's really hard to level up. But like back in the Final Fantasy 7, I used to like have stuff to sell, because like it takes a lot of money to actually beat this game. And back then you had potions and stuff like that. Like, you had a lot of potions. I don't know how this game is, but so far it's like expensive as hell. And like, magic up is important. Everything's so expensive, so I just got one. And I've been finding these along the map. Magic up is something that you give to a witch, right? Okay, you gotta look at these different like tanks and stuff. Like, you were asking questions, like, you have to look at tanks. If you know, like, a bunch of younger people have never played a Final Fantasy game before, so like, you don't know like a long swordsman is actually someone that breaks down shells and stuff like that. And in this game, like, Cloud he does a regular damage, fast damage, which is like sword. He's a sword person. But then he goes into like, if you push triangle, he does more damage and actually breaks down walls. So you're gonna use him for that. So like, he needs HP, because he's HP, so always equip him with HP, because he's gonna be the one to take down people. He's gonna get attacked more, right? And they might have a defense purple material where actually makes your defense better. So like, I don't know. We don't know what they're going to add to this game. So he would have HP, and then like, let's see here. HP, and then like, I would equip him with like 2 spells, and then like I would equip him with like a bunch of like purple stuff. Like, you need to equip like the fighters. Honestly, deadly dodge material is Tifa stuff. She's a fast fighter. She's faster. She can get behind people and fight them. She's really quick. She's the quick person. And if you like level up her damage, she can be your best fucking player. Like, don't, like, you hear people, don't look at Tifa like, okay, she's a fighter, like, she's not good. That possibly is your best fighter because she's got a lot of density. Like, she can dodge shit. Like, she's really good at dodging. But if you level up her defense and level up her strength, she's already, like, she'll have clarity, like, the defense, dexterity, fastness, and strength and power. You just gotta level her up the same way. Honestly, I love Tifa because, like, I fell in love with her because, like, she's so special. Like she was like a weak character at the beginning, but she turned into like the second leader. So equip her with that. She needs to do that. She can like get behind those and like when you attack like your enemies from behind, you do more damage. Cloud can do it though, but he's like a tank. He's really slow. Tifa can get behind there. Barrett is good. He's from far away distance, but what you need to do is like he's got like certain weapons and stuff like that, like aerial attack and stuff like that. Look up his stuff. Like look up what you can do. Look at everything before you spend your AP on your weapons, because you want to look at like, okay, Cloud's a tank, so spend it on like strong and defense. Like he's gonna be the first one to take damage. He's the main character too. And back in the original Final Fantasy VII, a lot of times he would fight by himself. And like I think 3 times he fought Sephiroth, but Sephiroth is a badass person, and that's why like everybody like my friend played it. He's older than me. It's like you need to grind. And Final Fantasy was like I played Legatry, like my first RPG. Then it was like you need to play Final Fantasy, and he got me addicted to it. He like taught me how to play. I was still like a young kid. They came out in 1998. Like it took him understanding because I didn't know shit about this too. And when you get into it, and like if you ever like, I recommend playing the first 7 because actually that's like you've got so much to do. And like if you ever play that game, you'll understand more and you'll see what is out there to get. It takes about 3 months to beat nonstop. I played it for like a couple days straight, like a month straight. Like I got fucking really addicted to it because there's so much to do. But let me tell you, so Cloud worked with his defense and HP. He's a tank. And work on his defense and attack. There's certain like special stuff like you can have, but like this is your support material. And you get so much support material. Like there's so much to get, and honestly, they're gonna add new stuff to this. Okay, you want to have at least 3 of them, 3 magic ones, because like eventually, like it's hard to make money on this. Like I'm talking about the grind. Back in the original Final Fantasy VII, you just roll in circles and like you didn't see monsters; they just hit you like automatically. But this one, you gotta run long distance and stuff like that to actually get to the monsters to grind. It's really difficult to make money and level up. Like I spent about 2 hours and I only got like 3 levels and probably about 5,000. Like it was really hard because like the monsters take about 3 minutes to spawn back. And their spawn time is really slow. It should be quicker so you can level up your characters and level up your tier and level up your characters. Because you never know who's going to have that big boss fight. Like you never know because they're adding new shit to this. Like they've added a couple of bosses. But like this game is about grinding and getting into like detail working with your material. And so far like I got Shiva from that guy that has a material that creates Shivas. You gotta fight Shiva and stuff like that. Back in the original Final Fantasy, you had to find it. You had to beat monsters. You had to like steal from him. So this is different, but always check their stats. Plus, it gives you like boosts, right? And I don't know what they got. I'm still learning as I go. I just want you to know, like I saw y'all a bunch of like people, like younger people that never played Final Fantasy, asking a bunch of questions about how do I do this, it's all about like your technique, strategy, and you gotta level up your tanks, you gotta level up your witches, you gotta level up your speed demons, you gotta level up your long distance, and you gotta level up like I don't know, like we'll get Red, right? He does come in Midgard. Midgard, he's got special limit breaks. He's got really good ones, and his limit breaks were really good. But so far, like most of the limit breaks from the original Final Fantasy, you learn as you get like weapons and stuff, right? You learn those limit breaks. So I don't know, like I'm new to this, so the limit breaks are a little different. Like you're learning limit breaks with each weapon. Back in my day, the first Final Fantasy VII, like you had to like do like say like you had to like do certain like when you did a limit break, you had to like put like puzzle, like they made you like work for it to actually do like a good limit break. So that's out of it. It just had one limit break. I don't know if it levels up or we get different limit breaks, but I've noticed like each weapon that they have has like limit breaks on it. So we're learning like special moves, and I don't know about the limit breaks. I'm still learning. Maybe I should look it up myself, but I'm really not trying to Google anything because I want to experience it by myself. Because I don't like cheating, and I think I'll be cheating. But barrier is really good. Like, because you can learn barrier, and you can learn your magic card, and you can learn like both. That third one puts up a wall. Back like they have different names because it was like barrier. I don't forget what this. It was like a magic barrier, but the last one saved my ass a lot of times in Final Fantasy VII because it puts up a wall, and they called it wall, which you can see wall, mana wall. It was just wall, and it puts up a big shield and a big shield, and a bunch of people like have like Sephiroth has good mana and different attacks, and he's got like special attacks, and he could kill you. Like, I don't know, like it's so much importance to actually learn your material, learn your support, learn your like different ones. Like, okay, Lord, Bio is really good for starting beings, right? Like every attack is weak against certain things. Lightning's good against machines, right? Ice is good against like certain fire demons and stuff. Actually, water. I don't know if I haven't seen water. Back in my day, it was water that took out ice. Ice was like for special people. Like fire is definitely for like humans, human beings. Like I remember like Final Fantasy VII, the original. Like you like eventually go back to like Midgard, and you gotta fight like a bunch of like experiments, and fire is your best bet. But I had flare back then, cause like I said, like when I first started playing, like the first like month, like I focused on leveling up and getting like these special attacks. But like you have to get like there was like 2 discs on that original one, but like the first disc you got stuff, and then like the second one opened up brand new stuff, right? Like you had to look for that shit. I don't know how this is gonna be. Revive is different. Raise and arise. Raise is where you rise them up. Arise means full or restored. Let's hope it is. This is really important. I haven't really been working with it because I have been working on like a bunch of stuff, and like I said, like there's so much limits to like your equipment and your weapons. You kind of like level them up and like unlock the material spots and stuff like that, and it's so hard. This is brand new to me. I'm learning as I go too. I just know about a little bit more because like I'm a geek about Final Fantasy VII. Cleansing is good. They called it cure back in my day. Cleansing is it starts with poison, which cures poison. Ursa like silence and resist. Like the resist was just like I forgot what it's called, but I don't think it was resist. It's just where it clears you up. And that's really important. I'm actually going to equip that to Ares because we need that going. Healing is really good to have a couple of them, but these purple ones that you see, like the MP, HP, like equip them as much as you can, buy as much as you can, because like when they're leveled out and you sell them, you get shit tons of money. That's the way of making money really quick. Still hasn't been useful with me and like stuff like that, but like learn your HPs, and like there's so much more to this game. Like your materials is actually going to get you to beat the game, and if you got good materials and you know how to use your tank, your long distance, your fighter, the speed, and your mage, and once you get red, like he has a bunch of good spells because like he's like really good at spells, fast stuff like that. He's not neither one of those, but he's like in between, but he's got a bunch of mystical spells. So learn your spells. It's all about doing that and stuff like that. And thank you for watching. Like I want to help some people. I'm going to set this to like, the groups and stuff because I feel like younger people that's never played Final Fantasy VII or a Final Fantasy game, you don't know like how to do your tanks and stuff like that. Like it comes with like actually playing with it, you know. So like, hope you listen to me. Sometimes I waste my breath, but like I saw a bunch of people ask me questions from my friend list and a couple groups about how to like use stuff and like why can't I get past this stuff like. But like you need to, like, this is like different though. I always analyze, like back in the day, like I always analyze something, but now like you get rewarded for analyzing. Like the man will make you new material, which is like special material that's like never been created. we got, like, back in the original Final Fantasy VII, we had to find all our summon material. Like, and like, okay, I forgot to mention, every material boosts your stats, right? The more they level up, the more the boost, right? And some of these stats could be really boost, but thanks for watching. I'm going to post this to my Facebook group for people that don't know. Like, this is helpful. Like, this is the stuff I wish I knew, like, when I started playing the first one. But thank you for watching. Monkey Bone out.